In international news, Igor Girkin, an outspoken pro-war blogger who has sharply criticized Russia's military tactics in Ukraine, has declared his intention to run against Vladimir Putin in the presidential election scheduled for March of next year. Girkin is currently being held pending trial for radicalism, a charge he disputes. He declared his intention to sabotage the sham poll since the outcome was predetermined, and in Russia, this remark is interpreted by many as a jab at President Putin, who has not yet announced his intention to run for office again. Now for the local weather. It is currently 15 degrees Celsius under sunny skies in Busan. Skies will remain clear, however, temperatures are expected to drop into the evening. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. Thank you for joining. You are listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is the 4 p.m. duo with Nick Greenwood and David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
I carry my emotions.
We usually seek the more comfortable and easier path.
When we run, we want to walk, and when we walk, we want to stand.
And when we stand, we want to sit down. And when we sit down, we want to lie down.
Are you guys running right now, or are you lying down?
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Nick.
Good afternoon, this is David.
And welcome to
The 4 p.m. duo.
검은 밤의 가운데 서 있어 한치 앞도 보이질 않아 어디로 가야 하나 어디에 있을까 불러봐도 소용없었지 인생이란 강물 위를 끝없이 부초처럼 떠다니다가 어느 고요한 호숫가에 닿으면 물과 함께 썩어가겠지 일어나 일어나 다시 한번 해보는 거야 일어나 일어나 봄의 새싹들처럼 없는 말들 속에 나와 너는 지쳐가고 또 다른 행동으로 또 다른 말들로 스스로를 안심시키지 인정함이 많을수록 새로움은 점점 더 멀어지고 그저 왔다 갔다 시계추와 같이 매일매일 흔들리겠지 일어나 일어나 다시 한번 해보는 거야 일어나 일어나 봄의 새싹들처럼 가볍게 즐겁게 산다는 건 결국은 스스로를 얽어내고 세상이 외면해도 나는 어차피 살아있는 걸 아름다운 꽃일수록 빨리 시들어가고 햇살이 비치면 투명하던 이슬도 한순간에 말라버리지 일어나 다시 한번 해보는 거야 일어나 봄의 새싹들처럼 일어나 다시 한번 해보는 거야 일어나 봄의 새싹들처럼
김광석의 일어나 오늘의 첫 곡이었습니다. Welcoming you. That was a weird introduction. Welcoming you to the 4 p.m. duo this brand new week. It is Monday. How are you doing? 저는 닉입니다.
Happy Monday to you all. This is David Kim at the 4 p.m. duo. Lovely weather outside, I have to say.
It's chilly, but it's nice.
It was cold on the weekend, I have to say, but it's definitely got a little warmer.
Yeah.
조금 뭔가 가을이랑 겨울이랑 헷갈려하는 그런 날씨 같아요.
I think because there is not a cloud in the sky. And I love that. I love it when it's bright blue skies.
그죠.
If only it was summer, that would make things great.
I know.
But we can still make the most of what we have. And, on days like this, especially when it's cold, I find myself wanting to kind of stay in. Under the covers lying down. 이 누워있는 시간이 더 많던 주말이 지나고 이제 일어나야 하는 시간, 새로운 한 주가 시작됐습니다. So David, I have a question. How long do you sit down per day, each day?
You mean these days, right?
These days.
요즘은 제가
허리 아파요.
계속
허리
말씀드렸지만 허리를 다쳐가지고요. Actually, I feel better sitting down. 보통 허리가 안 좋으신 분들은 앉아 계시면은 더 아프고 악화되는데 저는 지금 약간 반대 상황이라서요. I have to sit down more until the pain goes away. And then once the pain goes away, I'll start, walking more and standing up more.
Yeah.
But for now, I have to sit down according to the doctor.
Okay, then you should. It must feel a little bit like, I don't know, a bit like stifling? 답답하지 않아요?
네, 맞아요. I want to get up, I want to walk around, even jog around, but I can't.
Yeah. I like to walk around and stand up when I can. When we're doing this show, I'm happy to sit down. I've never tried doing this show standing up, though.
One day
you
we
did.
should try it.
It would be interesting.
We should have like the music stand to so that we can see our scripts.
Hollywood voice actors, they stand up while they use the microphone to be animated. What about walking? Now, these days, you have injured yourself, but before you were injured, did you used to walk a lot each day or run each day?
I think I walked at least half an hour a day. Just not because I want to meet the goal of walking 10,000 steps a day. I didn't do that, but I knew that walking is good for you.
Yeah.
그래서 많이들 말하잖아요. 운동은 뭐 하루에 30분씩 해야 된다. So I wanted to walk at least half an hour a day.
Yeah.
Like brisk walking to get some sweat out, to get that cardiovascular exercise.
Yeah.
근데 요즘은 좀 못하고 있네요.
That's a shame.
How about you, mate?
I like to walk a lot. I walk here as well. But the other day I was talking with the nice old lady who lives opposite me. 우리 집 아파트 이 옆집 할머니께서 매일 2만 보 걸으신대요. 2만 보.
That's a lot.
And I was like, I thought I 잘못 들은 줄 알았어요. I was like, what did you say, 20,000 steps?
Yeah.
And she does 10,000 in the morning and 10,000 in the evening.
My goodness.
And I think she's maybe in her 80s.
Good for her.
I know. I felt really 완전 찔렸어요.
와 진짜 그렇게 해야 건강합니다.
그렇죠.
사실 좋은 것도 먹고.
I don't want to say to her, 무리하지 마세요. You know, you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
It's still really cool.
Right.
Now, we know that spending lots of time sitting down isn't really good for us, but it's not easy not to. You know,
그렇죠.
research suggests that 30 to 40 minutes per day of building up a sweat is good.
And up to 40 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity, this is according to the researchers, every day is about the right amount to balance out 10 hours of sitting still. So if you work sitting down in front of a computer, if you spend a lot of time just not doing much, maybe you should just get up, walk for half an hour, get some sweat out.
30 minutes, 30분, 40분, that's all you need to really fight that long time of sitting down.
그죠.
Also, walking up the stairs instead of taking the lift, maybe playing with your pets instead of going to the gym, or doing household chores. These are ways that you can become more active.
That's right. I actually talked to my hairstylist. Whenever I go to a hair salon, I talk to the stylist there. And he said he recently adopted a puppy.
Oh.
And because of, having to take care of the puppy, he would walk 10,000 steps a day just because he needs to take the puppy out for their walks. 그래서 뭔가 이 애완동물도 하나 강아지,
Yeah.
고양이는 집에 있어야
Yeah.
되니까 강아지를 하나 입양하면 더 운동하게 되는 것 같아요.
일석이조죠. You have a cute pet to take care of, and
Yeah.
you also get good exercise, and you can
그죠.
share love with something.
For
as
sure.
well. Yeah. It's not really easy to walk even for 30 minutes a day. 이 하루에 30분 걷기 쉬워 보이지만 이 결코 쉽지 않은 이 움직임의 계획을 한번 세워보시는 게 좋을 것 같습니다.
맞습니다.
월요일이니까 새로 시작하는 마음으로 오늘 저녁부터 좀 걸어볼까요?
Fighting everyone.
You can do it as well, David. Do it, 적당히.
Yeah, light walks. I can do that.
Light walking. I see a lot of people around my apartment complex, particularly older people. They walk backwards.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
걷기. Yeah, I think it's maybe good for balancing that way.
For
building
sure.
up that muscle, I guess, in the back of your legs.
Maybe that too, and also like changing things up a bit.
Yeah.
맨날 일자로 이렇게 똑바로 걸으면 또 재미가 없을 수도 있으니까 옆으로도 걷고
그죠.
뒤로도 걷고 그냥
Yeah.
재밌게 해보는 것 같아요.
I think that's great. It's great to see that as well. We're going to help you flex your English language muscles in this show. We've got daily segments that will help you do that, including Chat Lab English, where we learn various expressions about topics that have been given to us by AI. 네, 매일마다 챗봇이 선택해주는 주제와 관련된 다양한 영어 표현과 생각들을 여러분과 함께 나눠보겠습니다. Today's topic is navigating the journey to lead a nation. 뭘까요? 대통령에 대해서 이야기해 보겠습니다. Presidents, something in Korea and in America, not in Canada or England.
They have prime ministers there.
We have prime ministers, 총리가 있죠.
Yes.
But we'll delve into that very, very soon. We also have Bite English, where we learn easy but useful one sentence in English. 네, 이제부터 궁금한 모든 영어 표현은 Bite English에 물어봐 주세요. And of course, the last English dose at the end of the day.
And we also have our weekly segments like Heaven's Kitchen coming your way. 맛있는 음식 레시피로 알아보는 주방 영어 타임이 있습니다. We get to pick a dish and cook and learn some useful expressions related to that food. We also have Chin Up and Skill Up. We get to learn all sorts of life skills with a professional soft skill consultant coming into our studio in the second half of the show. Now you're tuned in to 90.5 or 103.3 FM. You can text in at any time to pound 9050 샵 9050. It will cost you 101. A KakaoTalk message is okay. BFM app message too. Or join us live on YouTube as we are streaming live right now. So come join us and say hi.
That is correct. We're going to take a song break and then we will be back with Chat Lab English. This is Queen by 손담비.
This is more than present.
Lady, this is your story. 잘 듣고 널 찾아 listen. Don't open it, can't heal me over down 님 lose. 손끝이 나는 bling bling pink up the lip, glow low. 거울 속에 비친 널 하는 건 이제 wake up, 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 wake up. 모두 다 원하는 대로 들릴 사이즈. 모두 다 이뤄져라 안 들릴 사이즈. 모두 다 이뤄져라 안 들릴 사이즈. 모두 다 이뤄져라 안 들릴 사이즈. 모두 다 원하는 대로 안 들릴 사이즈.
새롭게 원할게 something가 그대로기를 원할게 항상한 주문이 없을 때 이게 바로 DB my destiny objectives 안티고래 바로 play this my destiny This is the magic show We are friends make the show
헬리를 이걸 유튜브에 둘러봐봐 널 부르는 저 calling 번호표가 필요하지 네 안에 숨어있던 너를 깨워봐 그래 그래 You're so cool 날 사로잡은 걸 so sexy 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 첫 번호 Mr. Smarty 화려한 너를 느껴봐 Light it up 네 생각대로 됐을지 1, 2, 3, 4 Do you wanna 이제 wake up 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 모두 다 원하는 대로 들릴 사이 이제 wake up 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 모두 다 원하는 대로 들릴 사이 모두 다 이뤄져라 안 들릴 사이 모두 다 이뤄져라 안 들릴 사이 모두 다 이뤄져라 안 들릴 사이 모두 다 원하는 대로 안 들릴
Chat Lab English.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Nick and David. Welcome to ChatLab English. Today's topic is presidential aspirations. Navigating the journey to lead a nation. The path to becoming a president is a complex and challenging journey that involves leadership, public service, and a deep commitment to the betterment of a nation. On the radio, explore the world of presidential aspirations, celebrating the qualities and responsibilities that come with the highest office. Topics include the qualities that make a successful leader, the democratic process of elections, and the impact that presidents can have on shaping the future of a country. The conversation highlights the challenges of campaigning, the scrutiny that comes with public office, and the potential for positive change through effective governance.
Welcome to Chat Lab English. This is a segment where AI chatbot gives us a topic to talk about. We chit-chat about it and teach you some useful English expressions and phrases related to the topic. And today's topic is all about navigating a journey to lead a nation. 대통령, president, or I guess prime minister, 총리 in Canada, UK, and other places.
The thing is, Korea also has a prime minister.
They have two, yeah.
The president and prime, which is confusing because in England, 탑 정상은 이 총리죠.
그죠.
But in Korea, it's 대통령. So I'm confused about what the role of the prime minister is if there is a president.
Because in America, in the US, I believe they have no prime minister. They just have the president.
Yeah, and then secretaries of defense.
Right.
Yeah.
They call it secretary of something, right?
In England, we have ministers. Like Minister of Education.
They're called MPs there, right?
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
with
yeah.
Canada. So Canada follows the UK government legislative branches.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, then. But we're going to try and talk about presidents because, we grew up watching movies and we saw Abraham Lincoln, killing vampires and stuff. There was that movie.
Yeah.
What do you know about presidents?
To be honest with you, not too much. I just know that they are the head of the government. I guess decide what kind of law should be placed through, other voting, through other smaller branches.
They're usually seen as the most powerful people in the country, particularly the US. But Korea, Brazil, Chile, Philippines, Mexico, Indonesia, and the US all have full presidential systems. They have the power to, either sign legislation into law or even veto bills enacted by Congress. They do have a bit of extra, I guess, power, political power, but still there is, it's a democracy. There's a lot of opinions and a lot of voting that needs to be done.
For sure. 그러면 한국에서 이 대통령 선거 유세 현장을 본 적이 있나요? I mean, we've lived here for quite a bit of time.
그죠.
그래서 이 대통령 선거 있는 날에
선거 운동할 때마다 잘 보이잖아요.
트럭으로 이렇게
들기도
지나가잖아요.
하고.
네, 맞아요.
Early in the morning, I'm just like woken aloud by people dancing on the streets.
Yes.
I find it quite interesting. I think they've gotten a bit better. When I first came to Korea, they were quite, they got in the way. They were very loud.
Oh, impeding traffic even.
And, but now not so much, I feel.
It's more organized maybe.
Yeah. I find it kind of cool how they, they dance on the streets and they wait at zebra crossings to hand things and they dance.
You got the hand movements there.
그렇죠. 귀엽죠.
Yeah, 맞아요. 이렇게 뭐라고 그러죠? 엔터테인먼트라고 해야 되나요? 약간 댄스하면서 노래 부르고 하는 이
약간 콘서트
presidential
하는 것
campaign 이거는 한국에서 처음 봤어요.
그죠.
캐나다에서는 좀 조용조용하게 지나갔단 말이에요.
I guess if I saw a potential prime minister candidate dancing on the street, people would probably laugh.
Yeah, but they might also garner a lot of attention.
Maybe on like social media.
Yeah.
But the important thing is their policies. 이 공약이 중요한 거죠.
그죠.
So we're going to talk about some words and expressions all about presidents and presidential stuff. Let's go over the words first. 먼저 단어들을 보겠습니다. 1번은요. 대통령 선거 그리고 대통령 후보자.
네.
So 선거, of course, is the presidential election, right? The whole election season that goes on, right?
Right.
The election campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, I said the presidential elections. And then 대통령 후보자는요. Presidential candidates.
Yeah. Candidates.
Candidates.
Do you say candidate or candidate?
Candidates.
He's a candidate.
I say both, depending on the sentence, maybe.
저도 둘 다 쓰는 것 같아요.
Candidates or candidates.
I'm a good candidate for this. I'm a good candidate for this.
Yeah.
상관은 없는 것 같아요. It's just a slight different depending on the sentence. Like either or either.
That is true. Either or either, yeah.
Yeah. All right, that was number one. Let's move on to number two. 두 번째로 넘어가겠습니다. 선거 공약을 지키다. So 공약 is like a promise or a pledge.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I said to follow through with campaign pledges. A campaign pledge and follow through 지키는 거죠. You're not forgetting about them.
Right.
You're following through 지키는 거예요.
네, 저도 이 선거 공약 자체는 campaign pledges or campaign promises라고 했거든요. 지키다는 to keep them. So keep campaign pledges or to keep campaign promises.
Right, to keep the campaign promises, to keep the pledges. Keep and follow through are pretty similar. Keep is of course 지키는 거죠.
그죠.
Follow through is 뭐 실행에 옮기는 거죠.
말을 한 거를 그대로 이제 풀어나가는
실천하는
거죠.
거죠.
실천하는 거예요. 네.
Yeah, so that's how you could say that. Let's move on to number three.
세 번째는요. 대통령 임기인데요. 임기를 풀어서 말하자면 임무를 맡은 기간이죠.
그죠. 나라마다 다르죠. I know the US is 4 years.
Yeah.
Korea is 5 years.
Oh yeah.
It's 5 years. I don't know. I don't even know what England's is. It's so messed up. It's every there. You might have seen the British news. Prime ministers are quitting and reappearing and then quitting. Is 난리 났어요.
We've seen not just England, but Australia, or it was in New Zealand too. Countries around the world, some things happen and they have to step down, right?
But your prime minister has been there for quite a while, Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, I guess he ran again, or maybe he extended his terms.
There you go. You just said the word.
The terms, right? 대통령 임기는 presidential term이라고 하죠.
Yeah, presidential term. The term in office. 재미있는 부분은 이 학기를 얘기할 때도 term이라고 하죠. semester,
그렇죠.
term.
Right.
영국에서는 term이라고 하거든요. So it's the same for a school term. or a presidential term, 학기 or 임기.
Exactly.
You just call it a term, a presidential
First
term.
right, second term, etc.
Yes. All right. Those were the words all about presidents. Now it's time to move on to the phrases. 이제 표현들을 살펴보겠습니다.
네, 첫 번째는요. 대통령은 국무총리를 지명할 수 있습니다.
Now, I guess this is unique to Korea.
그죠. 미국에서는 국무총리라는 개념이 없기 때문에 한국에서는 대통령이 국무총리를 지명할 수 있다고 하죠. So 지명하다 is to nominate.
Nominate.
국무총리는 prime minister or the PM.
Yeah.
So the president can nominate the prime minister.
The president can nominate the prime minister. I said the president can choose to appoint a prime minister, appoint, nominate, put up.
Sure.
Yeah,
네.
a prime minister. All right, so let's move on to number 2. 두 번째입니다. 내일 대통령 취임식이 열립니다. So, 취임식. Now, with the word 식, you know, it's going to be some kind of ceremony.
Yeah.
Right? But what is 취임식?
취임식 is when you are, I guess, starting your role as that head of whatever, right?
It's like a welcoming party.
You've become this person.
Yeah.
So from that day on, you're gonna be that person.
이 일을 맡아서 하는 이 파티, 뭐 ceremony.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
ceremony라고 보면 되죠.
So you can call it an inauguration.
Right.
INAUGURATION. Inauguration. It's a very complex word, I think.
Yes, and I only ever use this every few years because whenever the presidential election happens.
그래서 4년마다.
그죠. 4년이든 5년이든
네, 그죠, 예.
새로운 국무총리든 대통령이든 이제 이 취임식 할 때만 쓰는 단어 같아요.
You can use this in not just presidential circumstances. Like maybe if there's a new CEO for your company. It was our new boss's inauguration today.
Sure.
It's a bit formal, but
I have never.
you can
I
even
guess.
metaphorically say.
Yeah.
Inaugurated. He was inaugurated as, but usually presidents.
Someone bigger, right?
Yeah,
Usually.
politicians, 탑 정치인들만.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't say inauguration. I said inaugural ceremony.
Inaugural ceremony.
So I said the presidential inaugural ceremony is taking place tomorrow.
The inaugural ceremony. So inaugural이라고 하면 이 형용사가 되는 거죠.
그죠? ceremony의 형용사죠.
그죠.
네.
The inaugural ceremony 혹은 그냥 the inauguration라고
그죠.
할 수 있습니다. Let's move on to number 3.
세 번째는요. 그 사람은 차기 대통령감으로 떠오르고 있습니다. 차기 대통령감으로 떠오르고 있습니다.
대통령감.
깜은 껌이 아니고 it's not gum, but
Yeah.
it's 깜이라는 거는 뭐뭐가 될 만한 사람으로 떠오르고 있다라는 뜻이죠.
So kind of trustworthy. They look like they might be good for that role.
Right, they have what it takes to be that person.
They have the X factor.
Oh, the X factor, sure.
Yeah.
So I said that person is considered a potential candidate for the next president.
That person is considered a
Potential
potential
candidate.
candidate. I said the same thing. I said they are gaining popularity for a good potential president. 이 potential이라는 말이 중요한 거. 잠재적인.
아,
이
그죠.
잠재력이 좀 많다. You know, they have the good potential to become like this. So yeah.
Do you have? All right. Do you have the potential to do what it takes?
Yeah, I mean I use this word a lot. I think English speakers use the word potentially. Like, I guess when they want to say like 아마도, it could potentially be a big deal.
Right.
아마 큰일이 될 것 같아요.
그죠.
Yeah, you know, it could potentially be quite good.
맞아요. 이 사람이 이걸 하게 되면 it could potentially be good for him.
Maybe in another example, I don't know, maybe I introduced two friends to
Yeah.
each other. I made a 소개팅 자료. Oh, they could potentially be a good couple.
Right.
둘이 좋은 커플이 될 수도 있어.
맞아요.
They
potentially.
could potentially. And that was today's, I don't want to say lesson, but a segment all about presidents, Chat Lab English. David, do you have a philosophy? 철학이 있어요?
네, 제가 가져온 철학은 사실 it's about a leader of any group. So it doesn't have to be just for president or prime minister. I said a leader of any group or society is not about being on top of the people, but among them. Not about leading the group nation alone, but together. like a democracy,
It's not.
like a
It's,
democratic society.
그죠. You know, president 이 대통령은 이 독재자가 아니죠.
그죠.
He's not a
Supreme leader or
supreme lead dictator.
dictator, yeah.
He's part of a democracy. You know, get the votes of the people and one voice.
Exactly.
I got a quote from Abraham Lincoln.
Ooh.
You know, and he said, "You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today." I think it was good for anybody who likes to procrastinate. 일을 자꾸 미루는 사람을 위해서 되게 도움이 될 수도 있는 명언인 것 같아요.
그죠.
That was by Abraham Lincoln, of course.
Yes.
And that was today's Chat Lab English. Hopefully you got something from that as well. Whoever you vote for, hopefully you can use some of these expressions at some point as well.
That is true. And just like what Nick said, it kind of 뭔가 찔렸어요. 왜냐하면은 더 걸어야 되잖아요. 사실 저희가 2만보. 오늘 못 걸으면 내일도 못 걸어요.
Yeah.
So let's start walking today.
Exactly. We've got a few messages coming in. Let's have a look. We've got 미옥스텔리님. Hello, my friend. Saying hello, happy Monday. 저는 요새 가장 햇살이 좋을 때 걸으러 나가요. 오늘은 만보, 10,000 steps 걷고 들어오니 딱 포즈 시작 시간이네요. Oh, you did 10,000 steps in one go. That's like,
wow.
it's like an hour plus of walking, an hour and a half of walking.
그러니까요. 참 잘하셨습니다.
Yeah, that's awesome. 닉 PD님 헤어컷이 잘 어울려요. 감사합니다.
When did you get a PD job?
Oh, right now. I'm doing the control. 제가 오늘 이 컨트롤을
그죠?
잡았습니다.
네.
And David는 제가 가장 좋아하는 색깔인 purple shirt를 입으셨네요.
Oh yeah.
Both of you look great.
Thank you.
You know that color is the color of Grimace, the McDeng monster.
Oh yeah?
You know Grimace? the
보면 알 것 같아요.
이 포도 색깔이죠.
네.
Yeah.
The furry animal thing.
It kind of looks like a tongue, a purple tongue.
You.
Same color. You don't look like a whatever, dude.
I don't look slimy, right?
You don't look slimy. And thank you for the lovely picture of the autumn leaves as well. I'm starting to forget what autumn felt like.
I want to jump in that pile of leaves right now.
We're going to take a song break and then we will be right back with our next segment. This is Top of the World by the Carpenters.
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. Clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love
raw.
The chef.
Welcome to Heaven's Kitchen. This is a segment where Nick and I take you on a ride to the world of cooking. Delicious cooking, delicious food. 저희가 지난번에는 제가 엄청나게 좋아하는 베트남 pho 한번 만들어 봤거든요. pho 또 먹고 싶습니다.
It's great. You know, there's a new Vietnamese restaurant opened up nearby my house, which is run by Vietnamese people. And yesterday I went to check it out, and it was closed. I was so annoyed.
I thought you were going to tell me it was so good that we had to go.
No, I want to go, but it was closed.
제가 나중에 방송
문
끝나고
닫았어요. 네, 저 알려드릴게요.
연락처를
네.
받아가겠습니다.
네.
Well, this week, a special day is coming up in the United States, and it's called the Thanksgiving Day.
Ah, yes.
November the 23rd.
But
11월 23일이죠.
Canada also has a different. 따로 있는 Thanksgiving Day 추수감사절이 있다고 들었는데요.
있어요. 캐나다는 보통 한 달 전이에요. 10월 달입니다.
그럼 이미 지났어요.
이미 지났고요.
혹시 데이비드는 기념했어요?
아니요.
뭐 파티하고 막
딱히 안 했어요.
칠면조 먹고 막 그러지 않았어요?
딱히 안 했지만 이번 주는 저희 이제 미국인 친구들이 많이 있어서 같이 칠면조를 하나 사서 나눠 먹기로 했습니다. But yeah, November 23rd, 11월 23일이 추수감사절인데요. Thanksgiving Day는 아까 방금 닉이 말했던 것처럼 칠면조 그리고 mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce 등 전통적인 음식을 먹고 디저트를 흔하게 이렇게 먹잖아요. 디저트는 뭐 애플파이, 뭐 그리고 이것을 먹는데요. 애플파이 혹은 이거 둘 중에 보통 이렇게 골라요. 그래서 이것을 만들 때 이 재료로는 한국에서는 죽을 많이 만들어 먹더라고요.
Okay.
그래서 오늘은 죽이 아닌 사실 이 뜨거운 열로 만들어 먹는 음식을 만들어 볼 텐데요. 제가 무슨 음식인지 무슨 음식을 말하는 건지 한번 맞춰보세요. 그리고 저희가 ASMR 클립을 먼저 들어볼 건데 이 ASMR 클립을 들어보시면서 음식을 만드는 과정을 들을 건데요. 어떤 요리 액션을 취하는지도 한번 맞춰보세요. Try to guess what kind of action this person is doing to make the sounds that you hear in the audio clip. For example, it could be the sound of something boiling. It could be the sound of someone chopping something up. So let's go listen to this audio clip.
Sounds like a very expensive kitchen.
It's like a mashup of different actions, different things happening, right?
Very high tech. lots of beep boop beep boop. 막 많이 나와가지고 되게 하이텍 주방인 것 같아요. 하이테크.
그죠. You might have heard the person opening a jar, maybe setting a timer.
I think I heard a microwave.
A microwave, something like a microwave.
삐 소리 나는 그 소리가 있었죠.
네, 사실 그거는 오븐이었습니다.
Oven?
Yeah, it was an oven.
Ovens make that sound these days?
Well, I guess depending on what kind of ovens you
My
buy.
oven's like tick 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 ding.
Maybe you have the traditional, the old, conventional.
I guess ovens have changed. I haven't seen an oven in 10 years.
With like a digital, display. those high-tech ones where you can
멋있다.
sync your phone so you can listen to
가지고
music.
싶어요. 가지고 싶어요.
맞아요. 그리고 you might have heard this person crack opening an egg, pouring something in, liquid or powder, into a bowl, and you might have heard this person whisking it all. Whisk 하면은 이제 계란 이런 거 푸는 거죠. 반죽하기 위해서.
이 소리들이 너무 빨리 나와가지고 제가 잘못 들었는데요. But it sound, the thing is though, it's I know usually for like 틱당, they're very quick, like 틱 툭 틱 툭.
맞아요.
It's almost like music.
비트박스 한 줄 알았네요. 네.
이거 음악 같아요.
맞아요. So actually, I'll just reveal today's food. It's pumpkin pie.
Oh.
pumpkin pie, 호박파이입니다. 그래서 여러분들은 호박파이 혹시 호박파이 좋아하시나요?를 말하고 싶었는데 호박파이 좋아하시나요? 저는 그렇게 파이를 좋아하는 편은 아니에요. I do eat pies every once in a while.
Yeah.
If I were to share it with people, I'll get a piece and maybe have it with milk or coffee.
Yeah.
근데 I won't buy the whole pie for myself.
그냥 예의상 한 조각 먹고.
너무 달아서.
Yeah.
달아서 그냥 한 조각 정도는 괜찮은데.
저도 파이 좋아하는데 근데 주로 고기 파이 좋아해요.
meat pie.
스테이크 파이.
근데 그건 디저트가 아니잖아요.
그죠. 근데 진짜 파이예요.
네.
I like apple pies too and raspberry.
do you?
Like 저번에 말했던 그 뭐 apple pie.
그죠.
apple crumble. 그런 파이 좋아하죠.
맞아요. 네, 오늘 이 호박 파이를 만들려면 제일 중요한 재료가 하나 있는데요. 그게 바로 호박 퓨레입니다.
Puree.
호박 퓨레 or pumpkin puree.
You know, we have a fan listening in who obviously loves pumpkin pie a lot.
Yeah.
We have a 김예선님 saying pumpkin pie 좋아해요.
맞습니다. 김예선님. Thank you for tuning in and texting in as well. 미국 스텔라 이님 guessed in right before I reveal the answer. It is indeed pumpkin pie. You guys are so like
펌킨
똑똑해요.
파이는 원래 이 할로윈 끝나고 많이 먹는 거 아닌가요?
할로윈
이
때도
호박들이
많이
많이
먹어요.
남아가지고 예,
네.
이제 뭐 썩기 전에 펌킨 파이나 좀 만들어야겠다.
썩기 전에 어떻게든 먹어야 되겠다.
그쵸.
아 그런 거군요. 네 사실 이 펌킨 파이를 만들려면은 펌킨 퓨레가 필요한데 펌킨 퓨레는 요즘 grocery store에 가면은 흔하게 OTC에서 살 수 있어요. Over the counter. I think I've seen it as well.
Okay,
they're
cool.
in cans usually. They're canned items, canned goods, but it's easy to make it yourself as well, as long as you have, I guess, a small-sized pumpkin that you can kind of fit into an oven or maybe into an air fryer as well. So we're gonna listen to someone making this pumpkin puree.
Let's make an easy pumpkin puree. Grab 1 to 2 small pumpkins. The smaller ones are much sweeter than the bigger ones. Split them in half and roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes until easily pierceable with a dull knife. Separate your pumpkin meat from the skin and toss the skin. You can save the seeds and roast them up, but when blending, make sure to not stop until it's very smooth. Replace the canned stuff with this to elevate any dish.
Yeah, so this was a guy on social media.
Yes.
Pumpkin puree, it's really easy to make. All you have to do is just heat them up in the oven for 20, 30 minutes at this 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then just mush it all together.
Ah, very simple.
You don't even add anything to it.
Okay.
아무것도 첨부하지 않거든요.
Okay.
그래서 별로 어렵지가 않고요. 호박을 그냥 반으로 잘라서 20-30분 동안 구운 다음에 호박씨를 다 제거하고 블렌더에 갈면 된다고 합니다. A lot of people might add water. 그런데 물을 추가하시면 안 돼요.
Oh, really?
이게 처음에 엄청 뻑뻑하지만 갈면 갈수록 이 호박 그 퓨레 안에 있는
부드러워지나요?
즙이 나오거든요, 저절로. 호박 안에 물이 많으니까.
So you don't need extra water.
If you add extra water, it might become too watery.
Okay.
And it'll never solidify when you bake it.
Okay then. So
Yeah.
the natural pumpkin juice should do enough.
Exactly. 그래서 이제 계속 갈다 보면은 이제 그 자체에 있는 물이 나와서 천천히 퓨레로 만들어진다고 합니다. 그러면 이제 펌킨 퓨레가 준비가 됐고 그럼 본격적으로 한번 만들어 볼까요? We'll listen to an audio clip of this person teaching us how to make pumpkin pie.
I make my pumpkin pie in a blender with pumpkin, coconut cream, cornstarch, sugar, pumpkin spice, and vanilla. Just pour it into a pie crust and bake it at 350 for 1 hour. It's dairy-free, egg-free, and hassle-free, and it literally comes out perfect every single time. This is so good for Thanksgiving.
이 지난 두 클립에서 이 두 분이 블렌더를 다 쓰더라고요.
그죠.
블렌더, 이
블렌더.
믹서기?
믹서기.
믹서기.
네. 믹서기.
믹서를 믹서기.
네, 믹서기를 사용하면 뭔가 이제 life gets easier, right?
그죠.
손으로 하면은 이제 당연히 뭐 손에 힘도 생기겠지만 시간을 좀 아끼기 위해서 단축하기 위해서 믹서기를 사용하면은 좋을 것 같습니다.
믹서기는 영어로 블렌더입니다.
Right, a blender.
We have Villanova Sonyanim saying, I've never tried pumpkin pie, but it sounds tasty.
Yeah, it's really easy to make. And 미역셀러 이님 commenting as well, saying it's hassle-free. Hassle-free라는 이 표현은 아주 좋은 표현이죠. 뭔가 hassle하다 하면은 뭔가
힘들다.
예, 힘이 많이 들어가고 이것도 준비도 많이 해야 하고 신경 쓸 게 많아지는
골치
게
아픈 일이다.
맞아요.
It's such a hassle. 골치 아파. 귀찮아.
Such a hassle.
But hassle-free, it doesn't mean 무료. It means 없는 것이죠. 없다라는 뜻이죠.
네, 아 맞아요. free가 무료가 아니고요.
공짜 hassle.
네. 하슬이 없다.
Yeah.
맞습니다. So it's a hassle-free way to enjoy for Thanksgiving. So once you have your pumpkin puree ready, you can add in cornstarch. And cornstarch는 이제 옥수수 가루라고 하죠. 이 옥수수 가루만 추가하면 사실 이 펌킨 퓨레가 베이크 할 때 좀 굳어지고 이 딱딱하게 만드는 과정을 거치는데요. 이분은 사실 여기서 다른 것들도 많이 넣었어요. Sugar, coconut cream, spices, and vanilla. This is to our own liking. 이 자기만의 그 펌킨 파이를 만들기 위해서 다양한 재료를 넣었던 것 같은데 you don't have to add any of that if you just want, you know, pumpkin puree style pie. But I guess if you want that extra kick of the vanilla flavor or the spices, you could add in all sorts of things.
펌킨 파이는 약간 호불호 갈리는 음식인 것 같아요. 되게 좋아하는 사람도 있고
그죠.
진짜 싫어하는 사람도 있더라고요. I've had it at my American friend's place. I did a Thanksgiving party at that place a few years ago, and I tried it, and I thought it was okay. I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin anyway.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of it was sweet and nice, but not my favorite pie. But I have friends who love it. They swear by it, they die by it, and they eat it so often.
Right.
So I reckon that lots of people will like it, but I think there'll be people who don't quite like it too.
I think I can kind of understand your experience as well with pumpkin pie.
It might be one of those things that you grow up liking. 이 한국에서 뭐 붕어빵이랑 뭐 인절미 이런 것들이 있잖아요.
그죠.
어렸을 때부터 먹어와가지고 되게 좋아하는데, but usually people who try it, they find it a bit odd the first time because they didn't grow up with it, like pumpkin pie.
네, 이게 펌킨 파이가 미국의 트레디션 중에 하나니까 아무래도 추억의 맛이라고 볼 수 있죠.
Yeah.
옛날부터 어렸을 때 먹어왔던 음식이면 추억의 음식이니까
최고 음식이죠.
추억의 맛이니까 만들어 먹어야 되는데 한 번도 드셔보셨지 않았다면은 이제 마트에서 샘플로 사 먹어보는 것도 괜찮을 것 같아요.
We have 박현성님 saying, I love pumpkin pie, but there is no way you can get it in Busan. Kosteng sells it, but only on Thanksgiving week. If you know a place that sells it, let me know. Well, we just taught you how to make it.
Yeah.
If you're feeling adventurous, you know, maybe give it a try. I know Kosteng during Thanksgiving, they sell like turkeys and
They do.
pumpkin pie.
Exactly.
But it's all in this specific time period.
Yeah. I totally feel you on that one. But pumpkin pie is pretty easy to make compared to like other major Thanksgiving foods such as the turkey itself, the turkey stuffing, for example. You need a huge oven for that, right?
Yeah.
But this one, you can just make it in an air fryer as well. But yeah, what do you guys add to your pumpkin pie? Do you guys like something specific, some special ingredient that you like to add into your pumpkin pie? Because this person obviously added coconut cream, which I found was very interesting.
I think I've seen people put whipped cream on top.
Oh, that's very common too, yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. I think anything with whipped cream is like times 10, 10배 더
To be
맛있어질 것
honest with you,
같아요.
whipped cream 하면은 저는 맨날 딸기 위에 whipped cream 해가지고 찍어 먹는 추억이 있거든요.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
진짜 몸에 안 좋은데
It's
맛있어요.
good for the soul. It's good for the soul. That means it's good,
For sure.
right? This was interesting. Now, you know, I'm not the biggest pumpkin pie fan, but suddenly 갑자기 땡기네요.
갑자기 뭔가
먹어보고
펌킨
싶어요.
스파이스 느낌, 펌킨 스파이스 라떼 이런 것도 유행하잖아요 요즘.
This Thanksgiving, I'm also going to spend it with. My wife is American anyway, so we're going to some friends
Yes.
to enjoy a Thanksgiving meal, and I'm quite excited because we don't have Thanksgiving in England.
Right.
이 추수 감사절이 영국에 없거든요. 크리스마스밖에 없어가지고 조금 기대가 돼요.
그러면 이번에는 한번 닉이 집에서 만들어 가보세요.
I just they'll be like, 이게 뭡니까? It probably tastes terrible. But still, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm definitely going to try some pumpkin pie if it's available.
That's awesome. Yeah, so this was pumpkin pie. Next week, we'll cover something totally different as well. So if you have any suggestions on what kind of food items that I should cook for next week, let us know in the comments. Text us your opinions, your messages.
All right, so the time is now 4:53 in the afternoon. We're going to take a song break to end up the first half, but don't go anywhere because coming up, we've got Chin Up and Skill Up with Jennifer in the studio, quizzes and prizes to give away. There's a lot going on.
That is true. We're going to listen to Someone Like You by Adele, and we'll be right. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Oh, you
David.
changed it, didn't you?
I didn't change it. 그대로인데요.
아, 그래요?
한 번 더 해보세요.
가을 타러봐, my vibe.
We'll see you at 5, everybody.
다시 그 계절이 왔나봐 나 가을 타나봐 네가 그리워진 이 밤나 혼자 널 기다리나봐 나 가을 타나봐 네가 불어오는 이 밤나 혼자서 가을 타나봐 Baby you're lonely 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 추억은 falling 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 아무리 멀리 멀리 떠나보내도 돌아오는 난 가을 타나봐 내 곁을 스쳐가는 많은 사람들 뭐래도 채워지지 않는 시간들 아무리 잊어봐도 짙어져가는 외로운 계절이 왔나봐 나 가을 타나봐 네가 그리워진 이 밤나 혼자 널 기다리나봐 나 가을 타나봐 네가 불어오는 이 밤나 혼자서 가을 타나봐 Baby you're lonely 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 추억은 falling 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 아무리 멀리 멀리 떠나보내도 돌아오는 난 가을 타나봐 You are always breathing in my mind 가슴 한구석이 시려워 Oh baby I'm missing you every night 네가 그리워 나 외로웠나봐 네가 없는 이 거리에 나 혼자 널 서성이나봐
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
저희 중소기업은 광고비가 제일 부담되죠.
코바코에서 TV 라디오 광고비 지원받으세요. 혁신형 중소기업 방송광고 지원 제도로 광고비 70% 할인이나 250% 보너스 광고 지원.
코바코로 문의하세요. 051-751-0400.
Hi, I'm Roberto Fernandez from Mallorca, Spain. I have been living here in Busan for more than 5 years with my Korean wife and twin boys. Back in 2020, I was invited to a game by a friend of mine. Since in Spain, football is the most beloved sport, baseball really drew my attention. In Sajic Baseball Stadium, everyone was singing the chants loudly, and that space was filled with the vibes of Busan. Everyone could truly become one body and one mind, sharing all the feelings of joy and sorrow. When I first visited here in Busan, I didn't have a family. But now, I have the whole Giants family as well as my own family. Once Busan Galmegi, you are forever Busan Galmegi. Global City Busan, we're in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
70 years ago, Busan was the provisional capital of a war-torn Korea. But thanks to the international community, we emerged into an economic powerhouse embracing technology and industries. And now we wish to return the favor. The world now faces critical transitions stemming from digital inequity, food insecurity, climate change, and the pandemic. Sharing our unique journey of overcoming post-war poverty, we will put our heads together and move towards progress. Busan is now the model city of the fourth industrial revolution and smart city infrastructure. Looking ahead to 2030, Busan is prepared to attract the World Expo.
부산은 준비됐습니다. 부산 나 상상. 부산 준비하라. 부산 준비됐지.
Busan is ready. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
새로 배운 영어 표현은 앙 물어보고
모르는 영어 표현은 잉 물어보셔라. 교통부터 비즈니스 영어까지.
Bite into new English expressions.
When somebody says, "How are you?" what do you usually say? You could say, "I'm fine," and you? But how about saying, "I'm doing great," or "I'm fantastic"?
It might be easy and there's so many ways to respond to that, but if you're curious and you want to know how, all you have to do is to ask us.
That's right, because in this segment, we'll dig into one sentence per day. So don't hesitate or be afraid to ask any English expression. 네, 궁금한 표현이 있다면 물어봐 주세요.
Today's Bite English expression is that makes sense. 그렇구나. That makes sense.
Thank goodness that makes sense. Yeah, that is today's Bite English expression. 오늘의 물어볼 표현은 that makes sense입니다. Yeah, that makes sense. 그렇구나. 일리가 있어. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so maybe Nick and I are talking. 저와 닉이랑 얘기를 하다가 so yeah, that's why this happened.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
이래서 이렇게 됐어 했을 때 맞아
그렇구나. 그래서 그랬지.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you're kind of like you've understood the reason.
Right.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Any other way that you would use this expression? Like maybe you could use it sarcastically as well. Like a bit like somebody's explaining something to you.
Yeah.
근데 약간 좀, you know, when you don't agree with it.
Yeah, that makes
동의하지 않을 때.
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes 100% sense.
약간 비꼬아서 말하는 거죠.
그죠.
You could say it like that. Now the word sense, S-E-N-S-E 무슨 뜻이죠?
sense 하면은 뭐 like a sensory,
like 감각이라는 뜻도
그쵸.
있고요. 그리고 sense, like nonsense의 반대말이죠. 이 말이 안 되는 것이죠.
그죠.
Yeah, sense, how much you can understand something.
Right.
Yeah.
How much? Yeah. I guess. So I was using the same words. Yeah.
That
sense.
makes sense means, you know, I understand. 이해가 되죠. But that makes no sense. 이게 무슨 말이야? It makes no sense. 말이 안 돼.
그죠. 공감 못한다라는 말 할 때도 that makes no sense 해도 되죠.
So, are there any other similar expressions instead of that makes sense? Like, oh, that makes sense. 혹시 다른 좀 비슷한 말이 있을까요?
방금 제가 말씀드렸다시피 약간 그 공감해. 나도 공감해. I agree.
I agree.
이런 말 할 때도 that makes sense도 해도 되죠.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see why.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, I can see는 이제 보인다 그 뜻이 아니고 이해가 돼.
그죠?
네.
Yeah, well, I can see why it turned out like that. Yeah. Now, how would you react to this if you would react at all? So I say, you tell me your story, David.
Yeah, so the reason why this happened was because of that.
That makes sense.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we ask for a reaction, it's just like 추임새.
너무 똑같아요.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. But blah 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 blah.
그죠.
근데 반대로는요. That makes no sense. 이라고 말할 수 있을까요?
That makes no sense 해도 되죠. 만약에 이해가 안 되고 그 논리가 안 맞다고 생각하면은 That doesn't make any sense at all.
근데 조금 심한 말인 것 같아요. 조금 심각해요. You know, that makes 완전.
근데
you know,
친구끼리는 괜찮죠.
Yeah.
친구끼리는 괜찮은데 만약에
친구의 의견을 막 비판하는 거죠. 그래서 that makes no sense at all.
Well, let me explain better then. 내가 좀
Are
더
you crazy?
설명해줄게.
That makes no sense.
There's a story to this.
All right, you better be good.
욕할 뻔했죠.
I'm trying not to.
네.
Yeah.
김예서님 coming up with a comment saying, "Oh, I see는 어때요?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense too.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah, I see. 그렇구나.
맞습니다.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
And that is today's Bite English expression. That makes sense. 아, 그렇구나. 일리가 있네. You know, and I can see how that would work.
That is correct.
Something that makes good sense at the 4 p.m. duo are the amount of gifts that we love to give away.
That is true. So if you participate, you could win one of these amazing gifts, including 반반 치킨 콜라 세트, 햄버거 쿠폰, 아이스크림 교환권, 떠먹는 조각 케이크 교환권, 도넛 교환권, chicken 콜라 콤보 쿠폰, hamburger 쿠폰, 도넛 쿠폰, a slice of cake and ice cream 쿠폰.
네, 그리고 놀라운 착시의 세계를 즐길 수 있는 착시 미술관 Museum of Illusion 관람 티켓도 있고요. Tickets for the Museum of Illusion in Busan Cinema Center, Biff Hill in 해운대, where you can explore some great illusions and take a few pictures too.
네, 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다 부산 엑서스카이 전망대 입장권 1인당 2명씩 선물로 드립니다. Admission tickets for Busan Exosky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in 해운대, the highest point in Busan.
맞습니다. 그리고 차가워지는 계절에 여러분의 건강을 책임질 건강식이 선물로 준비되어 있습니다. 엄선된 식재료와 정성으로 맛과 건강을 책임지는 삼계탕과 닭요리 전문점 동백 삼계탕 마린 시티점에서 2인 식사권을 드리겠습니다. If you'd like a chance to win some of these great prizes, all you have to do is send your messages to pound 9050 sharp 9050, which will cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message. We've got quite a few messages coming in, which is great to see. We had 8672번님, a new messenger. Welcome aboard, my friend. 반갑습니다. Saying hello. I'm walking my 10,000 steps today while listening to this program. Thank you.
Wow. So
that's awesome.
That is really cool how you decided to start walking today and setting that goal of 10,000 steps. If you've never really walked that much, it could be a challenge, but props to you for doing it.
매일매일 걸으시는 것 같아요.
아, 그래요?
그냥 오늘의 만보.
아, nice.
It's an everyday 꾸준히 하시는 거죠? 매일매일.
멋집니다.
And, you know, that's awesome when you're walking. You know, the sound of nature is nice.
Yeah.
But sometimes you want to distract yourself with entertaining and educational content. So
exactly.
Thank you for tuning in and 화이팅 with your rest of your steps. 0401번님 saying, talking about the pumpkin pie that we talked about in the first half, saying 호박 pie? 저도 먹고 싶어요.
그렇죠. 한번 만들어 보세요. 제가 이게 심플한 레시피를 알려드렸으니까 try to make it at home yourself. 2674번님 as well, guessing in pumpkin pie as we were asking our listeners what you thought the dish I was going to be talking about today.
Pumpkin pie. Jenny-님 as well. Hello, saying hi Nick and David. 벌써 1부 끝이라니. 저 지각했어요. 안 늦은 척 조용히 들어와 듣고 있습니다.
Nick, 눈치 없게 달리면 어떡해요?
We'll turn a blind eye. 한번 봐드리겠습니다. 오늘도 즐거운 방송 기대할게요. Thank you for coming and join my friend. It's okay that you're late. We don't have punishments.
네, 뭐 출첵 이런 건 없어요. As long as you tune in and just say that you're listening, that just makes us happy.
Brilliant stuff. All right, it is now 5:07 in the afternoon. We're going to take a quick song break and then we will be right back. This is All Right by 김예림.
요즘 난 alright 너가도 alright 이별 따윈 alright 한땐 네 생각 alright 난 내게 delight 안개 속에 sunlight 요즘 난 alright 너가도 alright 이별 따윈 alright
Are you alright?
네 생각 alright 넌 내게 delight 안개 속에 sunlight 끝까지 가야 내 모든 걸 가졌다 너 없는 게 겨우 이거야 걱정 가득한 너의 마지막 goodbye 난 그 정도는 아니야 난 alright alright 요즘 난 alright 너가도 alright 이별 따윈 alright
Are you alright?
네 생각 alright 넌 내게 delight 안개 속의 sunlight 기껏이가 내 모든 걸 가졌다 너 없는 게 겨우 이거야 걱정 가득한 너의 마지막 goodbye 난 그 정도는 아니야 난 alright alright 우리 추억 영원히 잊지 못할 거야 Oh my love 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 우리 좋은 사람 만나길 바랄게 Oh my love 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 alright 짐작하지 마 걱정하지 마 안부도 묻지 마
Are you alright?
진짜 그렇지 이제와 뭐지 난 언제나 그랬지 요즘 난 alright 나가도 alright 이별 따윈 alright
How do you feel?
네 생각 alright 넌 내게 delight 안개 속의 sunlight 걱정하지 마 나의 그 잘난 이미지 내 입에 담길 일 없는 너 걱정 가득한 따뜻한 그 눈빛은 다음 girl에게 안아줘 alright alright 요즘 난 alright 나가도 alright 이별 따윈 alright 네 생각 alright 넌 내게 delight 안개 속의 sunlight 짐작하지 마 걱정하지 마 안부도 묻지 마 진짜 그렇지 이제와 뭐지 넌 언제나 그랬지 요즘 난 alright 너가도 alright 이별 따윈 alright
I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
네 생각 alright 넌 내게 delight 안개 속의 sunlight 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 sunlight
It's time for Flash Pop Music Quiz. Can you folks play any musical instruments? Now, what kinds of musical instrument sounds do you like the most? 여러분은 어떤 악기 소리를 가장 좋아하시나요? 오늘은 악기에 관한 문제를 하나 들고 왔습니다. 자, 다음 들려드리는 노래들은 이 악기의 이름이 제목에 들어 있습니다.
We will play two song clips that have one musical instrument in common in its title. Please guess the name of the musical instrument and send it to us. 노래의 제목에 들어있는 악기의 이름이 무엇인지 보내주시면 됩니다. 잘 들어보시면 가사에도 그 악기의 이름이 들어있으니 귀를 기울여서 들어보세요.
As I sit here and play my Spanish guitar underneath the stars, it passes the time away. Each note I play is a memory of Spain. The melodies, they take me back there again.
Tell me why you play me like a still loving on what you know, baby. Still loving on what you know. Get a guitar, get a guitar. Get a guitar, get a guitar.
Oh, what is this stringed instrument, guys?
Oh, you gave a hint.
It's a big hint.
It's a stringed instrument. Yeah, it's 실이 있어요. 실 아니죠? What is it? 스트링이라고 하나요?
줄. 네.
Even on this instrument?
네, 땡땡 줄이라고 하잖아요.
Like there are 6 줄 and 12 줄.
12?
Yeah, there are 12. Double
Oh, wow.
double stringed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, those cool ones.
Yeah.
The two-decked ones.
Yeah, there
yeah,
you go.
double deck.
Send us your answers to pound 9050 sharp 9050 should cost you 101 or a Kakao Talk message. We're going to take a song break and then we will be back with the answer. Another hint is in this next song we are going to play. This is Getter Deng Deng by Rise.
If you want something to play with, get a guitar. 너와 내 느낌대로 make it 시작해봐.
발박자를 맞추고 손은 stepping like 1, 2, 5 모두 집중해줘 when I play the guitar. Cause I know you know. Oh baby oh I love you 너 맞추는 눈. Oh baby oh I love you 너 맞추는 춤.
리듬 속에 그려보는 햇살 가득 담은 꿈 in my heart. Tell me why you play me like a still I love you 너 맞추는 눈. Baby still I love you 너 맞추는 춤.
Get a guitar, get a guitar. Get a guitar, get a guitar.
If you want something to play with, get a guitar.
Get a guitar.
가볍게 툭 어깨에 메고 시작해봐.
Get a guitar.
불타오른 love and you. 외치는 순간 feel the vibe. 맘이 가는 대로 play it, get a guitar.
Cause I know you know. Oh baby oh yeah
I love it 너와 맞추는 눈.
Oh baby
Oh baby oh I love it 너와 맞추는 춤.
리듬 속에 그려보는 햇살 가득 담은 꿈 in my heart.
Tell me why you play me like a still
I love you 너 맞추는 눈. Baby still I love you 너 맞추는 춤.
너 맞추는 춤.
네가 원하던 그 순간 다른 생각들은 다 벗어나.
Tell me why you play me like a
Still I love you 너 맞추는 눈. Baby Still I love you 너 맞추는 춤. Get a guitar, get a guitar. Get a guitar, get a guitar.
Get a Something by Rise. Welcoming you back to the 4 p.m. duo. It is now 5:16 in the afternoon, and we are in the middle of our Flash Pop opinion quiz. We asked you to guess a specific musical instrument. We gave you a couple of song clip hints as well. Hopefully you heard it. We got quite a few messages coming in. I don't see many or any wrong answers.
No, but we did give you the hint that it's a stringed instrument. And this instrument is one of the most widely played instrument of all time, I think. Many people pick it up to learn it in their young days.
When I was a young lad, when I was a teenager, it was kind of a lot of guys wanted to learn this. 멋있어 보여서.
Was it a peer pressure thing or?
Oh, peer pressure 아니었는데 my dad kind of said you should learn this.
Yeah.
Because he did.
Yeah, my dad too.
I never had any lessons. I did 다 독학으로 배웠어요.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My dad taught me how to hold some chords. The G's were the hardest for, or the F was the hardest for me.
Yeah.
The F chords.
Oh, yeah, the bar chords are the terrible ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I never really learned, I never took lessons, but I took, I guess, private lessons from my dad.
Oh, cool.
Like 10 minutes a day, and then it hurt my hands so much I gave up.
You got to have the calluses.
Yeah.
굳은 살이 있어야 안
그죠.
아프지. All right, let's give the answer away.
Yes, it is a G-U-I-T-A-R, guitar.
So you can say G-U-네.
Guitar.
기타입니다. 네, 기타입니다. Yeah, isn't guitar also mean like etc in Korean?
etc.
Yeah.
아, 그 기타. 아, 맞아요.
Yeah.
저도 처음에 그거 보고 진짜 헷갈렸어요. I'm like, does that 기타가 그 기타인가?
etc. etc.
네네네 뭐뭐 기타 등등 할 때 기타 많이 쓰죠.
That's where I see that.
네.
It is a guitar, a very popular stringed instrument, usually 6, but you can have 4 string for bass guitar, 12 string for 12 string guitars, double-headed guitars for heavy and death metal.
Right, and I don't know how they play that. It just takes a lot of brains.
We got a lot of messages coming in. We have Homin-nim, also a first-time messenger, saying, "Hi, it's my first time. I've listened to this program from the beginning. Thank you for the good content." And saying, "I guess it's a guitar."
You are right.
Thank you for messaging in, my friend. Welcome to the show. 어서 오세요. We hope that you message in the future from now on, and hope you're having a lovely day, Homin-nim.
네, we have more new people listening in for the first time and texting in as well. 8672번님, welcome to the show. Getting that answer right as well. 2674번님, 0431번님, all guessing in the right answer.
Yeah, Juliana C님 saying 기타요. 맞습니다. 미역살리님 with 정답은 기타입니다. My sister is really good at playing the guitar and she used to teach people how to play it.
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive.
Wow, to know how to play and to teach, that's a totally different level.
데이비드는 혹시 악보 읽을 수 있나요?
저는 옛날에 클라리넷 연주를 했거든요.
아, 맞네.
그래서 클라리넷 악보는 잘 읽는데
다 똑같지 않아요?
기타에는 보통 이제 코드가 위에 적혀 있잖아요.
Yeah.
저 이게 빨리 스위치가 잘 안 돼요. 초보라서 그래서 못 합니다.
But you can read clarinet sheet music.
Oh yeah, clarinet's it's pretty easy.
I think that makes you like, 3개 국어. clarinet sheet music도 언어잖아요. 어떻게 보면 언어죠.
그죠? Yeah, I'd be like play alongside Squidward.
Hello, SpongeBob. I cannot read sheet music.
Oh yeah.
It just looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics to me.
Yeah, you got the treble clef and the bass clef. Bass clef는 저는 제 지역이 영역이 아니라서 그건 못 읽고요.
I don't even know what they are.
Oh really?
I just know by chords and tabs and memory.
Oh yeah. Memory's the best.
Jenny님 as well saying 기타 예전에 우쿨렐레 배우면서 기타 치시는 분들과 같이 수업했는데 기타 연주 잘하시는 분들 멋져요. 닉도 기타 연주 좀 하시죠? 궁금하네요. 멋지실 듯. I used to be in a few bands. 어렸을 때 밴드 몇 개 했거든요.
Like a classic guitar, acoustic guitar, or electric
acoustic
guitar.
그리고 electric.
Oh, nice.
리듬 기타 많이 했거든요.
Okay.
리드는 좀 하긴 하는데 I prefer rhythm. And I just played a few pubs around the town.
Wow, that means that you were good enough to play some chords.
잘한 척했죠. 잘한 척,
혹시 막 이렇게 하면서 막 고개도 숙이고.
Yeah,
nice.
I wasn't like Nirvana or but Beatles, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
She's still saying 다음에 두 분 연주 한번 해주시길. Clarinet and guitar.
Yeah, we should do a duo.
Maybe bring a clarinet and I'll bring the guitar.
I don't know how the two sounds will go well together, but it'll be interesting.
You can make it work. You can make it work.
We also had 미역살 이님 texting and saying my sister is really good at. Oh, you read this one already.
Yes. Give me a son as well with the guitar. All right, lots of people with the correct answer. I'm sure. I know in Korea, lots of people are very musically talented because maybe they go to like hagwon from a very young age to learn piano, guitar, clarinet, saxophone. I think a lot of Korean kids are very musically talented.
They are, and a lot of them know how to sing very well too, unlike us when we do the mic drop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, we have Wanjini-nim. Long time no see, my friend, saying hi 4pm duo. 제니님 지각 얘기 듣고 마음 한켠이 찔려 톡 드립니다.
절대 그러실 필요 없습니다.
4pm duo forever.
네.
It's alright. It's nice to know you're listening, my friend.
Yeah, what we care is when you text in to say hi, that just makes us feel, really good.
It can be at the end of the day too.
For sure. Why not?
Exactly, yeah. All right, lots of messages. We need to reveal a winner.
Oh, that is true. And our 작가님 has chosen that winner.
All the pressure off of us.
네, 맞습니다. 햄버거 세트는 김예선님께 드리겠습니다. Congratulations.
부산영어방송 홈페이지 The 4pm duo 게시판을 꼭 확인해 주세요. And then you can claim your prize.
That is correct.
All right, but the show is not over, everybody. We're going to take a song break, and then Jennifer is in the studio for Chin Up and Skill Up. Before that, we're going to take a song break. This is Spanish Guitar by Gary Moore.
my Spanish guitar underneath the stars. It passes the time away. Each note I play is a memory of Spain. The melodies, they take me back there again. So as I sit here and play on my old Spanish guitar, each note I play just sails away, and it brings me closer to that Spanish señorita. Oh, she's so far away. As I sit here and play underneath the stars, it passes the time away and brings me closer to my Spanish holiday.
Chin up and skill up.
Now it is time for our Monday segment, Chin Up and Skill Up, and we have Jennifer in the studio with us. How are you all doing?
Hello.
Hello, hello. I stayed in bed with a cold over the weekend. But fortunately, I'm feeling a lot better today. I was surprised to see so many sick people when I went to the hospital. There's
that
so
season.
many people. Yeah, there's so many patients
Yeah.
who suffer from a cold, the flu. Yeah.
It seems like you've gotten better. Your voice sounds very clear.
Oh, yeah,
like-
it's already better.
Yeah.
No
Thanks
headaches.
to 4 p.m. Dio.
That's
wow,
good.
that's good to hear.
Yeah, the clinic was packed with people. So have you all been keeping well?
I think I'm okay.
I think I'm okay. Yeah.
far, so
I'll
good?
probably get a bit sick soon, but
Oh, no,
don't say that.
But you know, it's cold. It's that kind of season. 독감 season이죠.
그죠.
But I'll try and be
맞아요.
careful.
Yeah, I feel like I'm feeling something something's wrong with my sinuses, but I'm just telling myself that it's just allergies.
요즘 감기 진짜 독해요.
그죠.
예.
조심해야 됩니다.
Yeah. So we are here for Chin Up and Skill Up, where we get to learn a lot of great stuff about, life techniques, soft skill techniques. Can you give us a bit more info about this segment?
Chin Up and Skill Up is 4 p.m. Duo's Monday segment where we get to talk about important human skills that can help us improve our lives and pursue better lives filled with more success and happiness. 이 역량을 강화시켜주는 그런 세그먼트라고 보면 되겠습니다.
네, sounds wonderful. So I'm really curious and anxious to hear what we're going to be talking about today.
네, 오늘은 스킬이라기보다는 직장 내 괴롭힘에 대해서 상식과 그 대처 방법에 대해서 이야기를 해보려고 합니다.
Oh, interesting. Oh, very.
Because I recently came across the tragic news about an employee in his 40s who took his own life due to workplace harassment.
yeah.
It's terrible.
What's even more heartbreaking is that he left behind his wife and 2 children.
I think we've heard of this news before, and it's really tragic to hear such news that we hear in the media because of this. It's not just a one-time thing. We hear it often.
Yeah.
Recurring thing.
It's just
Too many times.
It's bullying, and these days as well. If you go to like the bathroom in the men's bathrooms above the the wall, they have little messages saying like, "Let's make a good working environment." 갑질 no, things like
there
that.
There are campaigns.
And there are helplines as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the regulations have gotten better recently.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But of course, still
맞습니다.
work to be improved on.
맞습니다. 네, 직장 내 괴롭힘, 성희롱에 관련된 규제가 좀 강화되었음에도 불구하고 아직까지는 피해자들이 많은 고통을 호소하고 있습니다.
So can you maybe give us some detailed explanation of what type of behaviors are encompassed within workplace harassment? Because I think some of us are unsure about what can be considered a workplace harassment and what's not.
Yeah, it can be a little bit confusing. First of all, giving feedback, constructive feedback, is not workplace harassment because there's some misunderstanding, and which is causing false reporting. 그래서 허위 신고가 가끔 들어올 때가 있어요. 왜냐하면 내가 싫어하는 업무를 보스가 맡겼다. 나한테 피드백을 줬는데 내가 그게 마음에 안 들었어. 그러니까 신고해야겠다. 이렇게 약간 강화된 법에 그 take advantage 한다 할까요? 조금 그거를
people abuse the system sometimes.
네, 악용하는 사람도 있는데요. So let's go back. I will tell you what it's all about. So first, using an advantage such as a position or relationship in the workplace will be considered workplace harassment.
So I guess supervisor consistently assigns favorable tasks or promotions only to people that they like within the team. So their personal convictions are in there, and they neglect the skills and the qualifications of other employees fairly.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect example. And if you as a manager share confidential information with the close colleagues at work, because it's before its official announcement, if you share confidential information, that could be considered workplace harassment, especially if the nature of the information could provide them with an unfair advantage. 뭔가 먼저 이런 advantage를 줄 수 있는 그런 정보를 공유하는 거 자체가
그렇죠. Any personal information that is shared and when it's supposed to be kept confidential should not be shared, right?
For real.
What are some other things that could be considered as a workplace harassment other than using I guess their authority, their position, and maybe relationship at workplaces?
We also need to be aware that behaviors extending beyond the scope of work, such as running personal errands or using abusive language, can be considered workplace harassment and which can result in disciplinary actions.
So running, like you were saying, can you go to the shop and get me some coffee or get me something like this? Personal, like 신부름
that
같은
can
거.
be,
things that are not related to work at all, right?
And then abusive language, of course. This can include swearing or just anything that makes them feel
Swearing
small.
makes them feel small, belittling someone or calling by names.
I don't know if it's considered this, but in Korean culture, it's 허열이 있잖아요.
네네,
like you have to
맞습니다.
call them, you have to use 존댓말.
네,
Would it be, say for example, the top CEO talks to a different employee using 반말, is that considered bad? Or?
그거 서로 뭐 동의가 돼 있거나 회사 안에 문화가 그렇다면 상관은 없는데 반말이 크게 이슈가 되기보다는 그 반말을 할 때 상대방을 무시하는 듯한 그런 말투나 상대방이 기분 나쁠 수 있는 그런 뭐 단어를 쓴다든지 그런 거는 이제 문제가 될 수 있죠. 뭐 외모를 비하한다든지 그런 건 정말 위험하고요.
It's interesting because this would be just a uniquely Korean problem, I guess, because in English, you know, you can call your boss by their names and it doesn't matter the language you use.
Right, it's more about the words that you use.
The words, yeah.
But then here, the honorifics definitely play a role here. So it is very important to exercise caution and maintain that professional demeanor to foster this positive work environment.
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely. And you have to be careful with the verbal and written languages. Like even sending emails and text messages with after work. If you're sending a text message after working hour, you have to be careful. If it's unwanted, you shouldn't send it. And inappropriate emails can also be the problem.
Inappropriate emails.
Yeah.
I feel like written messages are more carefully thought out by people. But when it comes to verbal messages, it's where people have less time to think because it's instantaneous, right? It's on the spot. But I guess people who do suffer from workplace harassment do receive very tough written messages.
Sure. And workplace harassment is certainly bad for mental health. And bullying at work can make people feel really stressed, sad, and even sick, and really depressed.
그죠. It's not just the I guess it starts off with the emotional well-being, but that really kicks in to hurt you inside and out. So it also hurts you physically, right? It gets you sick. It also gets you stressed out, and that sickness can develop into something worse.
네, 맞아요. 이게 점점 나아질 거라는 그런 희망으로 사람들이 버티는데요. 보통 대부분의 케이스 그렇지 않죠. 네,
그죠.
점점 더 악화가 될 뿐이죠.
So yeah, I guess that eventually leads to bad quality of work because people don't enjoy what they do. And it's bound to affect teamwork as well. So I heard that bullying makes some people want to quit their jobs.
Oh yes, that's no surprise. When employees leave, it's bad for the company because they have to find and train new workers, which costs money and time.
So sometimes ignoring bullying can lead to big problems for the company as well. They might have to go to court.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
And that's, of course, not good for money or reputation.
No. I want to point out one thing here. Most people are unaware of the difference between bullying and harassment because bullying is often considered a repeated inappropriate behavior, direct or indirect, by one or more persons that harms, intimidates, threatens, humiliates, and offends others, or one person. Yeah. Harassment, on the other hand, it includes unwanted behavior or actions that are based on protected characteristics such as race, gender, religion, etc. And it can occur in various settings, including the workplace.
So in essence, all harassment can be seen as a form of bullying, but not all bullying qualifies as harassment. 이 bullying이 조금 더 넓은 의미로 사용되는군요.
네네, 그렇게 사용됩니다. 네.
그러면 harassment는 한 번만으로도 이제 성립이 되는 건데, I guess you can't get away by saying I've only done it once.
No, you
한
can't.
번만 했어요.
그거 안 통하죠. 네. But sadly, many victims hesitate to give up on reporting due to the fear of retaliations and fear of losing their job.
Yeah, it must be hard for victims to gather the courage to report the case, and that's why victims end up quitting their jobs instead, which just seems quite unfair.
It's very unfair. And while it is advisable to initially report to the relevant department within the company, if the organizational culture does not foster a fair and objective investigation of workplace harassment, individuals may choose to file a complaint with the Ministry of Employment and Labor.
네, 맞습니다. 그래서 먼저 이 사내에 관련 부서에 신고를 하는 것이 좋겠다고 말씀을 하셨는데
네네네.
아무래도 이제 그럴 분위기가 안 된다면 바로 고용노동부에 신고를 해서 해결을 해야겠습니다.
Yeah, I mean, you might feel that you're not safe to file a report in your own company because you feel people are working together.
The company culture is also different.
And if the issue of workplace harassment is not properly addressed through internal reporting, like David said, the next step would be reporting it to the Ministry of Employment and Labour for resolution.
Yeah, you can either visit in person or just submit a petition through online application. And here is another important thing to remember. If you submit a resignation letter, it becomes difficult to prove harassment. 그래서 이 사직서를 내는 거는 좋은 아이디어는 아닌 것 같아요. 이렇게 일이 해결될 때까지는 참아야 합니다. 네.
Yeah, it might be tough, but
that sounds tough because if you are in their shoes, you don't want to go to work anymore, right?
Yeah.
So, but then if you want to report it, you have to stay there.
Yeah, you have to wait.
신고를 하고 나서 이 과정이 많이 오래 걸리나요?
네, 시간이 좀 걸립니다. So even if you decide to quit, never submit a resignation letter until you receive acknowledgement and obtain the desired compensation.
Okay.
네,
All right.
제대로 된 보상을 받을 때까지는 네, 힘들지만 계속해서 근무를 해야 합니다. 왜냐하면 계속 그렇게 끌고 갔을 경우에는 이제 좀 어렵지만 뭔가 판결을 받을 수가 있는데 그만둬버리면 저 사람이 자진 퇴사를 했다 하면 끝나버리는 거거든요.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. That's good advice because I'm sure many people might quit and then realize, oh no, I can't get my compensation. I can't, give them punishment. So just hold on. It might be tough, but just hold on.
So maybe make that report as soon as you get bullied the first time, or maybe if you feel like you've been harassed the first time, do make that progress sooner than later.
Yeah.
And I think we can agree that workplace bullying should never be tolerated. You should always look out for yourself and your workmates and team members too. We'd love to talk more about this because it's a very important issue that affects a lot of people. But it is now time to unfortunately wrap up this segment.
Time flies.
It does.
네,
But as always, it's been very informative. So thank you for coming.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.
See you. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
We're going to take a song break. We got a request song coming in from 6535번님, and they said 벌써 가을도 끝나가네요. 이 Carpenters 노래 듣고 싶어요. 모두들 사랑하시고요. The Carpenters, I Need to Be in Love. We're going to listen to that for you, my friend.
The hardest thing I've ever done is keep believing there's someone in this crazy world for me. The way that people come and go through temporary lives, my chance could come and I might never know. I used to say no promises, let's keep it simple. But freedom only helps you say goodbye. It took a while for me to learn that nothing comes for free. The price I've paid is high enough for me. What I'll find. So here I am with pockets full of good intentions, but none of them will comfort me tonight. I'm wide awake at 4 a.m. without a friend inside. fool enough to think that's what I'll find. I know I need to be in love. I know I've wasted too much time. I know I ask perfection of a quiet and perfect world, and fool enough to think that's what I'll find.
아직 한 발 남았다.
The last English dose.
It ain't over till it's over. Now, before wrapping up the show, we would like to let you know one more useful English expression.
There are lots of situations in the world, and we'll pick the most interesting situations and take the time to share one expression through short conversations of that particular situation.
What kind of situation should we move on to today?
영빈아, 너 이번 추석에 뭐해? 우리 집 와서 라면 먹고 갈래?
이 주체할 수 없는 인기란. 난 추석에 뭘 할까 아직 생각은 못했어. 그 애도 만나야 하고 저 애도 만나야 하고 이 애도 만나야 하고. 이 넘치는 인기. 하지만 이번 주에 끝내야 할 시험이 2개나 있어서 말이야.
그래? 정말 힘들겠다. 어때? 내 공감 능력? 근데 말이야, 추석은 시험 다 끝난 뒤에. 몰랐죠?
그렇구나. 가도록 해볼게. 노력 한번 해볼게. 없는 시간 한번 짜내볼게. Anyway, thank you.
Welcome.
네, 무엇을 통과하다, 끝내다를 영어로 간단하게 말할 수 있는지 궁금하신가요?
오늘은 어떤 것을 통과하다 혹은 해내다라는 의미를 영어로 어떻게 말하는지 알아보겠습니다. 네, 영어로는 이 상황이 어떻게 표현될지 한번 들어보시죠.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Do you want to come to my place for dinner?
I haven't even begun to think about it. I have 2 tests to get through this week.
Oh, that's tough, but Thanksgiving is after the test.
Sure, I'm in. Thanks for the invite.
Let's listen to it one more time. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Do you want to come to my place for dinner?
I haven't even begun to think about it. I have 2 tests to get through this week.
Oh, that's tough, but Thanksgiving is after the test.
Sure, I'm in. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you, Daniel and Stephanie, for lending us your voices for the last English dose. Get through. 빠져나가다, 통과하다, 끝내다, 해내다라는 뜻들이 있는데요. Let's go over the sentences one by one. They start off by saying, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving, 이 미국에서 기념하는 축하하는 이 holiday죠, 이 명절이죠. 추수감사절이에요. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? 추수감사절에 뭐 해? Do you want to come to my place for dinner? 이 my place는 my house이란 뜻이죠. 근데 place는 조금 더 캐주얼하고 친구끼리 많이 사용하는 말입니다. Do you want to come to my place for dinner? 우리 집 와서 저녁 먹을래?
Wanna come to my place for dinner? Wanna come to my place to hang out? 뭐 등등 할 수 있는 표현이죠.
Or like you said, to eat ramen noodles and go.
Go what? Go dancing?
Go home.
네, so what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving은 11월 23일 날 있습니다. 이번 주에. 그러자 I haven't even begun to think about it. I haven't even begun to think about it. I haven't even 이라는 거는 그거조차 못하고 있었다라는 표현이죠. I haven't even started eating. I haven't even thought about it. 생각조차도 못했어. 여기서는 I haven't even begun to think about it. 생각 못하고 있었어. I have 2 tests to get through this week. 이번 주에 끝내야 할 시험이 2개나 있어. I have 2 tests to get through this week.
여기서는 끝내다란 뜻이죠. To finish. I have to finish this first. I have to get through this first. 이 힘든 것을 이제 끝나고 나서 제가 뭐 네 집 가서 저녁 먹을 수 있어.
그죠?
I have to finish this first. I have to get through this first. 그러자 oh that's tough. 정말 힘들겠네. 힘들겠다. But Thanksgiving is after the test. 근데 추수감사절은 그 후야. It's after the test.
그러자 좋아 갈게 초대해줘서 고마워 엄청 쿨하게 말을 하죠. Sure, I'm in. Thanks for the invite. Sure, I'm in. 나는 들어갈게가 아니고 여기서 나는 I'm in 하면은 좋아 고마워 이런 뜻이잖아요.
I'm
나도
in.
갈래. 나도 갈게.
나도 할 거야.
나도 할게.
Yeah.
나 들어갔어가 아니고
I'm in. You can say that. I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
들어갔어.
뭐 자동차 탈 때
그죠.
Are you in yet? 물어볼 수 있잖아요. 너 다 탔어? 안 탔어?
탔지.
I'm in. Yeah.
We have a 도환구님 saying, wow, 상황극을 유튜브로 보는 건 처음인 것 같아요.
네.
How was your experience?
어땠나요? 저희 표정 다 봤죠.
We're going to take a quick song break and then we'll be right back. We're going to listen to Come Through by Jeremy Zucker.
I might lose my mind, waking when the sun's down, riding all these highs, waiting for the calm down. Walk these streets with me, I'm doing decently, just glad that I can breathe. Yeah, I'm trying to realize it's alright to not be fine on your own. Now I'm shaking, drinking all this coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? And there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? Ain't got much to do. Too old for my hometown. Went to bed at noon. Couldn't put my phone down. Scrolling patiently. It's all the same to me. Just faces on a screen. Yeah. I'm trying to realize it's alright to not be fine on your own. Now I'm shaking, drinking all this coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through?
That was Come Through by Jeremy Zucker. Welcoming you back to the 4 p.m. duo. It is now 5:53 in the afternoon. And we've come to the end of the Monday show. But the good news is that Monday is over. We have defeated it.
Yes! Hooray! That means tomorrow you just have to tune in at 4:05 to join us again for our great segments like Happily Ever After coming up and Jimmy for Oder Oregano.
Lots coming your way. We're going to start wrapping things up. We've got a message, of course, from 미역스타일리님 saying Thanksgiving Day에 현지 친구들은 다 가족들 만나러 집에 가고 이 외롭게 도서관을 지키던 생각이 나네요. Is this when you were living abroad?
옛날에 사셨을 때.
You know, I guess it's a similar thing when 추석 happens here when you're a foreigner. foreigner. 추석이 되면 이
네.
한국 친구들이 다 집에 가가지고 이 고향에 다 가가지고 좀 외롭긴 해요.
그래서 저랑 이제 expat 여기 외국인 친구들은 다 뭐 가끔 친구들끼리 놀기도 하지만 그 약간 조용조용하죠. 네, because we're not with our family.
But thank you for sharing with us that meal.
Good old days, right?
Good old days, yeah. And on that note, we're going to start wrapping things up. It is 5:54 in the afternoon. The 4 p.m. duo is produced by Choyeji and Nick Greenwood and written by Hong Kyung-hwa. We've been your host for today, Nick.
And David at the 4 p.m. duo. Today's last song is 가을의 끝자락 by Owen. See you later, alligator.
Everybody have a wonderful evening.
가을의 끝자락이 찾아오고 요동치는 물살이 다시 잠잠해지